ITP 253, Task 6, Assignment 3, titled Drunk Driving, Friend. So I travel around and lecture at different colleges and jails, and I never thought that what happened to me would happen to me again. And it was one day, February 12th, and one of my friends came to town, and we were to spend the weekend together. And one night we were just sitting on my couch, just chatting away. I was in my PJs, and we were just talking. And then one of my other friends just came into my house. They didn't knock or anything, they just walked in. And I said, well, excuse me, why did you come into my house without knocking? And my friend said, there's been an emergency, you need to change clothes. And I said, well, you come into my house and you tell me to change clothes? Like, I'm not gonna do that. Well, my friend said, there's been an emergency, I just want to let you know, we need to go. And I said, well, I'm not going to go anywhere until you tell me what's happening. And so my friend said, you know your best friend? And I said, yeah, what about my best friend? We grew up together, we've been friends for a long time. Tell me what happened. My friend said, well, just come with me. And I said, well, no, I'm not going to go anywhere with you. And at this point, I was really confused. I asked him, well, what do you want me to do? My friend said, well, just come with me and I'll explain more on the way. So I was really confused, so I changed clothes anyways. Well, my friend said that my best friend was in the hospital. Well, my other friend came up to me, and we had grown up together also, and she was very mad. I was looking around at my friends, and I was so confused. And this is my friend. We had grown up together since we were 3. We went to the Deaf Institute together. We graduated college together. We were such good friends. He was like a brother to me. And I said, well, what do I do? And my friend said he was hit by a drunk driver. And I said, what? He was hit by a drunk driver? How could this happen to me again? How did this happen? He was walking and he was hit by a car. My best friend, he had 2 siblings, and one of his sisters was pregnant. And at the time he was hit, he didn't have his car with him, so he had to walk. And at the time it was really cold where we were at. It was really cold weather. So my best friend, he needed to give his car to someone else. And they asked him, well, do you mind if I take your car? And he said, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind walking, he said. And I was like, wow, that really shows how much of a beautiful person you are. Sorry, my video keeps crapping out on me. Yeah. Sorry. So my friend, he went to a party. And he had a lot to drink there. And then he went to another place and he met a girl there. So he's walking with other boys then. Mark was in the front. And my friend was in the back. And at the time this happened, there was no sidewalks, so they were walking down the side of the road, and it was really no problem for them in the past. So they were just walking along. And then Mark heard this really loud noise, and he turned around, and my friend was gone. He noticed that a car passed him, and then he noticed my friend was on the ground. And he was so shocked. He was hurt really bad. So he ran, Mark ran. He was banging on the door of a nearby house. And he said, well, my friend's been hit and I don't know what to do. So someone came over and checked his pulse. And he said, well, he's dead, there's nothing I can do. There was not enough oxygen to his brain. So his spirit left his body, so he was dead. So the police came and they covered his body. Mark was feeling really bad. It was like the worst feeling in the world for him. He was so confused. And the cop asked him if something was wrong, and Mark said no, nothing's wrong. So Mark went to my friend's mother and told her what happened. And then he let us all know what had happened. And they asked, what about the driver? Well, the driver was 20 years old. He was underage driving, and he was drunk. It was about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And he was just driving, and he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. So the drunk driver, his dad, wanted to call a lawyer. And the lawyer said that we have to wait until he's sober in order to talk to him. So a week later, my best friend's mom contacted me. She wasn't eating or sleeping for that week, and she contacted me and she wanted me to help with the funeral. And I wasn't really comfortable with that. And for the funeral, they needed 6 pallbearers. So I picked the 6 pallbearers. And I had to pick the coffin. It was really not a good experience for me. And for me, it was really hard because my father was killed by a drunk driver. And then my friend was also killed by a drunk driver. And these were two very different experiences because I grew up not knowing my father because I was 9 months old when he was born. But my friend and I, we had grown up together and I had known him all my life. And we had been through everything together, the good times and the bad times. And now he was gone. And he was the first person that I would go to. Out of all my family, he was the first one that I would go to. We went to college together, and we graduated from college together. He was a wonderful man, and he contributed a lot to the deaf community, and now he's just gone. It really wasn't fair. So 5 months later, his sister, remember she borrowed the car from him. Well, her baby died from SIDS. So the family had 2 deaths in the family, my friend and then the baby. So now my job, I go around and I explain, the horrors of drunk driving. And it's fine if you want to drink and all, but just don't drive while you're doing it. The driver who killed my friend, he only got 6 months in jail. And 6 months is not at all fair. And the man who killed my father, well, he went to jail for being on drugs. So I just want to explain the cost of drunk driving and being on drugs when you're driving. It changes the lives of so many people, and I just want to educate you all on that.